Hello, everybody. Welcome back, to the final day of Asia Blockchain Week. In the entire week this week, we have covered so much. Right now it is 8 p.m. sharp, and we are broadcasting live from the Asia Blockchain Center. The Asia Blockchain Center is a newly minted non-fungible token, located right in the skirts of Kuala Lumpur City. And thanks to our many partners as well, we have made Asia Public Blockchain Week possible. Now, today we are finally on the 5th day, and we have covered from Monday, different kinds of public blockchains apart from Ethereum. That is the entire theme. The reason why we do this is because, yes, we are very happy, that there's a lot of traction, especially coming from the DeFi space. But one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that DeFi is not limited to Ethereum, and has a lot of challenges in between. So one of the biggest takeaways over the last 5 days, which I think that you might have already picked up on, is that Ethereum is this big city which has gained a lot of traction, but it's kind of like what a lot of cities have as well, the problems that they have. Number one, it's very expensive to live in the city. There's high congestion, etc., etc. Whereas there are other emerging and rapidly growing public blockchains where they are building equally exciting things like interoperability, scalability. So it's kind of like, so we saw that in Metaverse DNA, where they're building a highway that connects public blockchains. We saw that in Cosmos, where they also have these modular pieces, which the open source community are building together. We saw how Neo is also building their open smart economy. We also saw how local player OMC Group is also building their chain. And today is going to be really, really interesting because there's a lot of news happening with Ant Group right now, particularly if you haven't been living under a rock. Ant Group is, there's a highly anticipated listing happening with Ant Group, I think in the Hong Kong and Shanghai Stock Exchange. Could this possibly be one of the very significant events that will help become a catalyst for adoption and development for the AntChain? So some of you, have been following us since May, where we actually heard from our guest speaker, Kenny Tan, for the first time back then during Enterprise Blockchain Week. Fast forward, now it's August, so fast forward 5 months later, we're just really excited to go and hear what are the latest developments that are happening. Now, before we move further, we just need to get one thing very clear. This is our disclaimer. yes, it's really, really exciting. However, this is an emerging space. There are a lot of uncertainties, okay, that can happen in this space. So please don't, okay, take any of this as financial investment or career advice. Just take it as a free resource, okay, to get educated about blockchain, to get educated about crypto, DeFi, and just improve your knowledge, okay, to see what are the options that are available for you, okay, today, especially in this very challenging time where all of us are forced to innovate. So today, okay, we're going to be talking about AntChain. And just today, I realized that they have a new look. Okay, what do you think of that? It looks kind of cool, right? Okay, Ant Group. So very quickly about AntChain, we saw a little bit, okay, about what AntChain does back in Enterprise Blockchain way back in May. Ever since then, okay, a lot of things have been happening. They are very quickly being uh, positioning themselves as a preferred choice among enterprises. There are already some trials already happening. Okay, a global shipping giant, Costco, to trial Alibaba's AntChain. There is about 1,330 vessels with a combined cargo carrying capacity of 106 million, and they're looking to streamline their operations, okay, and reduce to make things more efficient as possible, okay, by removing as many intermediaries using AntChain. So there is some achievements as well in this very, very short time. AntChain has been listed in Forbes, okay, global blockchain top 50. And AntChain is moving a lot of strides, okay, in Southeast Asia. Okay, right now among the partners that they have, three of them are from Malaysia. We have Blockline, which is the first partner, okay, of AntChain, and then we have Verofax and Sinisana, and we have one more in from Singapore as well. So there, it looks like this is the best, okay, opportunity for Southeast Asians if you want, okay, to develop, okay, something. AntChain might be something very, very interesting because they are showing that interest as well. So again, we are very happy, okay, to invite our friend Kenny Tan, the head of strategy from AntChain, back with us today. On top of Kenny, okay, we also have two more friends, okay. One, Ida Yuan, okay, she's the head of solution architect for AntChain, and also we have Liren, okay, who will be doing a demo, okay, of the AntChain protocol later with us. So thank you very much, okay, for being with us today, Kenny, Ida, and Liren.
Hi, Jason. Nice meeting back here again.
So I think the first question, okay, for all of you is we haven't seen you since May. How have you been doing? Okay, how has the last 5 months been, okay, at the team?
Well, the last 5 months is very excited month for us. As you can see, when the first time when we met up with you, we do not have even an official website. 5 months later, we have our official website. That's months really later, we roll out our traceability as a service platforms into international markets. 5 months later, today we have our open platforms in the international markets. There's a lot of activities that's going on right now. More and more products that we are looking at, or solutions that we're looking at to rolling out into the markets, international markets as well. From just now what you mentioned on the ecosystem, where our alliance partners, we are recruiting partners to help to expand our business in the international area. As you know, we are very much on a partner-centric business model, where we leverage on our partners, and which we believe ecosystem is the way to go. Yeah, so from business point of view, is very, very busy. From technical point of view, you can see these two guys, Ida and Liren, has been very stressful as well with this busy schedule. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. From the product. Now I'm going to ask a question. Now I'm going to ask a question, which I don't know how our friends, okay, because we are broadcasting this, okay, to different places across Southeast Asia right now. 3 out of the 4 existing partners are Malaysian. Why do you like Malaysia so much?
Well, I think it's not about why we like Malaysia so much. I think from the regional standpoint of point of view itself, we have some partners in Singapore. Yet we haven't updated the logos onto the website yet. We still have some other partners in other regions that we haven't yet updated. Some of them things are still moving on. Agreement are still in discussions, right? And yet a lot of people asking, hey, why Malaysia there's a trio of them that Well, I think well, I would believe that
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's not to put you on the spot or anything like that. Okay, you
Yeah.
have a very aggressive plan. Okay, and I believe that you've also prepared something. Okay, to share with us. Okay, to update the entire community about what you have been doing in the last 5 months, where you are at right now, and where AntChain is going to go. In fact, I also heard that the last time you were presenting, it was during Enterprise Blockchain Week. You have it was very enterprise focused, but you also have something to review today for the first time, which is an open public blockchain. So, anyways, we're excited to learn. Okay, I'm going to hand over the session to you. Okay, let's put up your slides. Oh,
sorry. I haven't shared yet. All right, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
All right,
take it away.
The screen is on, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'll just do a quick introduction, which is what has been happening, and also just give back a bit of an intro background to those who are new with AntChain itself. You can see the first things that last time when we present is called as a Ant blockchain. We have doing the upgrade of the branding. We call it AntChain, and you can see the Ant Group logo has been also being upgraded. With this effective of the new logo itself. Well, so just a very quick introduction of AntChain itself, established in 2016, and we have the largest talent blockchain team in China itself, supported by Damo Academy of Alibaba. We filed the most patent applications in the blockchain for the 3 consecutive years in the world, and currently we have more than 50 scenarios of use cases happen around in China right now. We are basically globally recognized, like what I mentioned just now, Gartner's IDC, Forbes. You can see from the Gartner blockchain reports, we're number 2 worldwide in the IDCs. We have results on posting in IDC as well, and also top 50 of a global blockchain from Forbes, right? Of course, we have also others recognitions from internally in China mainland, which have the government certifications and etc. Well, why AntChain, or why we call when a lot of time you heard about BaaS, blockchain as a service, basically our blockchain sitting on the cloud itself. All right. So as of now, we're actually sitting on Alibaba Cloud, and that is where we become a blockchain as a service, where we leverage on the cloud elastic computing, secure network, reliable storage, security such as anti-DDoS and etc. to protect our environment. All right. So currently, you can see that we have the BaaS available in Germany, US, Tokyo, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Sydney, and China as well. And some of the products we are deploying right now will be also made available locally in Malaysia as well, or in respective country in the ASEAN regions. All right. So basically, we will talk about these 3 things in terms of AntChain, which is stability, securities, and ease of use. Right. This is the 3 key main things that we are strength with, and we will put the focus on. Right. So again, when we talk about ecosystems, here we come again. in underlying infrastructures will be the cloud, either is a cloud infrastructure, multi-cloud or private cloud. All right. On top of it will be the AntChain services. The chain or the protocol from AntChain is called MyChain. Besides that, we also have Hyperledger fabrics. Quadrum is still under on beta. All right. And above of that blockchain layer is about the innovations, which is big data, AI, and IoT. And the top layer will be the ecosystems, where we have the target industry solutions, solutions that to be target integrated with AntChain. And also we created business ecosystem using AntChain itself. All right. And also from here, these application levels or the ecosystem levels will be provide the solutions to the enterprise together with AntChain and go to the market with AntChain as well. So we give some case studies that what we have done or what we are doing right now on AntChain. We have the product provenance, which is something like traceability as a service. We have the digital copyrights protections, which is also in the planning of rolling out. We also have the supply chain finance, which is currently in China. And this is a very interesting solutions where a lot of enterprises or a lot of partners is looking at, and we are still working hard on it and see how we can bring these solutions to the international area. And also the last plus will be the data asset sharings. All right, so I know today we are talking about open chain, but then we see AntChain is not the open chain itself. AntChain, we have the products called open platform. And beforehand is it that, a lot of times that people are asking like, want to understand more about blockchain or why we call it as an AntChain itself, right? So this is a quote, I get it from one of our top management, president of AntChain, who is Geoff. He says that, blockchain is not just about IT or technology. The core capabilities is on the chain itself, is to chain up the industries, build the path for digital economy. There are lots of broken digitalizations in the past, or we call it as also a silo digitalizations. Once the path is built or repaired, we believe the industry will get prosperities in the near future. So this is where the belief, where we believe from AntChain perspective that we know that it's not just about IT, but is to chain up the industries so that everyone can have the access and everyone have the fair access into the information that they require. So what is the open platform, right? We don't call it as an open chain, but then our products is called as an open platform, which we provide API integrations and provision services where allow students, developers, ISVs, enterprises, fintech to develop the blockchain solutions on top of our platform. All right. It also serves as a sandbox to enterprises and fintech where they would like to explore the blockchain technologies. So first of all, this is open, right? Where allows blockchain innovations to happen, right? So it won't be targeting like specific industries. When we say open, is that it won't be specific in the industry. It can be fintech, it can be enterprise, it can be developers, it can be ISVs, right? And this is also the platform we also going to build the ecosystems, where allow the ISVs, technical partners, tech partners, training partners can leverage these platforms to build the ecosystem with AntChain. And also last but not least is for the enterprises, because we understand that a lot of enterprises, fintech, or even public sectors, they would like to understand how blockchain works, how does it feel, and we are providing this as a sandbox for them, all right, so that it can be a quick to fail or a quick to markets, right? So you won't be investing too much into heavily investment, right? But then when you use this open platform, you can actually see how does your projects goes on, and what help you need, and what technicals or what technologies or what others informations that you require, and AntChain team will be here to support. Okay. Now the value of the open platform, first of all, we're targeting students, developers, and communities. Right? Just like I mentioned about Blockline. Blockline is the partners for us that on the open platform itself. All right. And also it's also a platform where allows students to learn more about blockchain, right? And also understand about what AntChain is doing. Now, again, we also become this also a platform for become a sandbox or test bed for enterprises. Merchants, or for example, DApp owners, they can have to build an enterprises, leverage on the low cost and low threshold to build enterprises DApp, and they put on this open platform. ISVs, technology partners who can provide the development, provides the technologies to the merchants or to the end users itself, all right? And also educations and training, right? We see educations is very important, training is very important, and we soon is also going to roll out some of the educations and trainings on the open platform itself. The branding is called AntChain Universities, that we will provide the training courses on top of this platform. And we will also work with our partners to come up with a joint development on the training courses, okay? Now, there's a comparisons, just a simple comparisons, right? What is the difference between public chains and AntChain open platform and consortium itself? I think the key three things that you can see is the first one is low cost that you need to enter, low thresholds, and also about the ecosystem, right? So basically, we will encourage students, developers, ISVs, technology partners, even the enterprise to come and explore these platforms and learn more. And also you can build your applications, TApp on top of these platforms. And then we can think of, we can plan for a GTM or think of a GTM together into the market itself, right? Okay. So far, is there any questions or anything that you want to understand more about, Jason?
I think that it's very clear. It's just that we are still seeing the AntChain BaaS slide right now. Can you reshare your slides one more time? Maybe just unshare and share your screen one more time. Because I think the slideshow kind of like froze. It was very clear. Okay, AntChain is a blockchain as a service. Instead of basically people building their own, how do I say, chains, they can get a lot of cost efficiencies by just approaching the AntChain team. Okay, and you can actually support them. Okay, by guiding them based on their use case. Okay, how to actually use AntChain and save a lot of costs.
Which slides that was freeze just now?
Right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, okay.
Okay. This one is the one that the freeze just now, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this will be something that quite key. Can you see the slides itself? Is the value of AntChain open platform?
Yeah, we can see your screen right now. Can you go full screen? Okay, one of the community members asked.
It's full screen.
Okay.
Are you seeing the value of AntChain open platform?
We're looking at the AntChain-Eco-System screen.
Okay, hold on.
Right now.
How about now?
We're seeing the AntChain-Eco-System screen.
Yes.
Okay, it's working fine on FB. All right, continue.
Okay. Maybe I should.
Yeah, it's
at the
working
same
fine.
time. Okay. Yeah. So this is where we just now mentions about on the this open chain platform itself, open platform itself,
Okay.
right? So
sorry for
platform.
the technical issues. Okay, you can continue, Kenny. Everything is working perfectly fine right now.
Right. Perfect. Yeah. So basically, the few key things here is I think we're straight to the point. Is like, you know, while this platform's mainly targeting students, developers, communities, right? So we would like to provide trainings and environments for students to learn, developers to start learning codings on AntChain itself, learn what is AntChain, and as well as communities, right? And then the second thing is about sandbox and testbed, right? So there will be a lot of enterprises or even the financial sectors or even the public sector says that, you know, hey, I would like to go for a test bed or a sandbox. I want to try and see what is how does the blockchain able to help me, right? So basically, you can use the open platform as a sandbox or test bed itself, all right? And basically, what we'll do is we will have a deployment of this AntChain open platforms in respective countries to assure that about the data regulations issues, right? And the third one will be the merchant, where the app owner have to be in an enterprises, should be an enterprise and leverage on low cost or low threshold to build the enterprise the app, where ISPs in these pictures as a technologies providers were able to help the merchants to build the DApp, providing developers with the development capabilities, such as assisting in the development of DApp, smart contracts, and etc. And then the last part, we will also leverage on AntChain open platform to do educations and training, where one of the our AntChain universities will be providing the training course on top of this platform as well. Now, aside of AntChain universities, we will also looking at joint development with our partners on the training materials, so that, you know, the training materials can be certified by AntChain universities and then be wider into others training platform as well. Now, so this is some of the core values of AntChain open platform, right? Now, I will pass to Ida to talk more about the technical on the features and functions of AntChain. Ida?
Okay, thank you. Kenny, can you just still screen share your slides?
Yeah, I'm at the MyChain function list. Is it there's technical issues?
No, here we go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good evening, everyone. So thanks, Kenny, to really introduce our newly launched AntChain open platform. And here, basically, I will share with you a full function list that is that will be available on our OpenChain platform now. And be aware that some of the functions might not be available in our first version, but this is a full list of like how actually or what are the functionalities of AntChain, what are kind of features that AntChain has. So I will start with the first one. So first of all, AntChain provides you a set of tools to actually give you a easy experience of like consortium deployment. And then, of course, next will be the CA management. So you can basically issue certificate, download certificate, and reset certificate. So those are the basic functions under this module. And of course, that you have, if you, so for the OpenChain platform, that we will be the chain managers, but for AntChain itself, so we also offer this chain management module, so such as node configuration management, chain configuration management, so like what is the name of your chain and what is the storage space of your chain, etc. And also accounts management and chain explorer as well. So for you to just review and all the basically the information, underlying informations of the chain, like to how much is the current block height, and also what is the current transaction volumes on the chain, etc. So, and then we goes to the fourth module, which is a smart contract management. So you, so for anyone who understands blockchain, we know that the underlying business logic in blockchain is actually embedded in smart contract. So for AntChain, we actually offers you a set of tools in order for you to manage your smart contracts. So as to how to create your smart contract, of course, update your contract. So for some of the blockchain technologies, we know that like for Hyperledger Fabrics, it's very hard for you to update a contract and also keep track all the data that belongs to that contract, right? But AntChain do have this nice feature for you to update the contract and delete the contract as well. So it also offer you a cloud IDE where you can develop your smart contract, also debug your smart contract, etc., compile it. And also in China's AntChain platform, we also offer this contract template marketplace, meaning that for some industries that we have already existing contract templates for you to easily start on your smart contract development. So you basically will have a skeleton of like smart contract to have all these basic business logics in certain industries, and what you need to do is just add in your specific needs there. So this type of feature will be coming to the international version later on at a later stage. And then we go to the fifth module, which is a consortium member management, right? So you can, as a consortium owner, right, you can create consortium, you can invite organizations to participants, and then the whole set of tools will also offer you like approval process kind of capability for you to really look into who has applied and whether I wanted to approve it and what is the risk, etc. And of course, when you decided to remove an organization or freeze this their activities, you can also freeze the organization under this module, right? And then the on-chain asset data module management. So you can basically create asset models and update asset model and also view the asset model. So basically everything that we store on chain, we view it as an asset. So here, this module is for you basically to actually create your own assets on the blockchain and in the data format, right? And the, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh module is consortium application management, right? So basically, you can see that what are the applications have been already deployed on our chain, and also what is applications actually belongs to your application, your organizations, and also probably if you wanted to have some like joint or cross-org application development or cross-org applications shares with other partners of your business, you can also leverage on this cross-org application share. And this is application management. And then we have also this nice feature of cross-chain interoperation management module, because for AntChain, we believe that like in future there will be no like single blockchain technologies who dominate everything. So so we believe that there will be like a real network of like different blockchain technologies applied to different industries and adopted by different companies. So okay, in order to actually facilitate the communication between all these different blockchain technologies and also between the different applications developed by different companies, that we have this cross-chain interoperation management module. So basically leveraging on these tools, if your blockchain network is developed on Fabric, or if your blockchain technologies is developed on Quorum, then use my blockchain network is developed on AntChain. Then using these tools, we can actually facilitate the communications between these two networks. And then, of course, we have for any consortium blockchain, the most important thing is how you to guarantee the privacy of the data and privacy of the participants, so that we have this hierarchical key management module. So basically we can do the key generation and using the key authorization as a way to actually to manage the access of the participant to the chain data, etc. And application support, the second last, that we in order for you to connect to our blockchain, right, we offer you Java SDK, Node SDK, and C++ SDK, etc. For all the developers to actually using these SDKs to connect to our backend chain. And the last, that we also offers you a very nice like GUI kind of tools for you to actually manage your systems, right? So like monitoring GUIs in order for you to see that what is running conditions of your blockchain, whether just any node is down, etc., and what is the network bandwidth and what is network speed, etc. And also we have this open API gateways for you to actually see all these open APIs listed that you can use to connect to our AntChain. So as I said, so this is the full function list of AntChain. Some of the functions are already available on our OpenChain platform that we are going to demonstrate today. And some of the functionalities are already in China, but not yet available in the international version, and that we will roll out in the future.
Wow, that's really, really cool.
Okay, so that's all about the function list. And then next, I will hand over to our technical expert, Li Ren here. So he will give you a very nice demo of like actually for developers, especially how you can connect to our blockchains and how to actually start already programming your smart contract and also maybe transfer any credits on our chain, etc. Li Ren, you seem to be muted.
Yep, Li Ren, what's that? Are you ready to share your screen? Yes, okay, very good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. Sorry. Can you see my screen?
Very clearly.
Hello. Hi everyone. This is Li Ren. I'm an engineer from our blockchain team. So basically today I will give a very brief demonstration of how the users can access to our BUS blockchain platform. So basically we provide several different capabilities. The first one is the users can deposit data onto the chain. So deposit, it is a transaction from our platform. That is the first one. Secondly, the users can deploy smart contract on our platform and make from smart contract call and query from smart contract. So this is very similar to other platforms. And thirdly, I will demonstrate about how to query the chain stats. I mean, some information is like a block header, block body, and the transaction, and the transaction receipt. So to start, I will demonstrate how the users with our development SDK to make a deposit to the blockchain. So basically, we can have a look at the code. I will brief describe. For example, we want to deposit this string of data, the test deposit data, and I make a call to the chain to deposit, and then I will get a transaction hash from this transaction, and after several times, I will query from the blockchain to see whether the data is deposited successfully. So here, let's go. So to run this, I just run this button. So this is a Java program. Basically, we utilize our Java SDK. So from the terminal, we can see there's a start deposit, and the data is test deposit data, and this is the current timestamp. And the transaction hash is this one. So the SDK returns us the transaction hash, and as a result, it's success. So this one is actually just I showed before. I queried from based on this transaction hash, and I get the deposit data, and we can check it is same to the one we expect. So so basically, this is a deposit function we provide, and besides this, I think most of the users care more about our smart contract capability. So I will put more time in describing this. So today I will demonstrate how the whole flow from you writing a smart contract and you compile the smart contract and you deploy to our platform and you make a contract call and you query from the contract. So this is a sample code from the website, our official website. This is a Solidity smart contract, and it is similar to the community one. You can see. I can give a brief discussion of a brief introduction of this smart contract. So here we have it's a credit manager smart contract. So the admin can issue the credit to other users by calling this function issue. So by calling this, the smart contract will make some simple check and increase the credit of this account and issue an event and return true. And the credit owners can transfer his credit to others by calling this function. And if you want to query your current credit amount, you can call this method query, and you will get your credit amount. So after the users write this code, our platform also provide a tool for you to compile this into the bytecode. So so basically, after compilation, what you see is actually in this file. So the source code just now will be compiled into this bytecode. And now I will demonstrate how you can actually deploy this bytecode onto our smartphone platform. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. And so let's look at the deploy. I will not go very detailed about all these methods. So I will give a brief instruction. So I will load the bytecode and deploy it on chain, and I will make some print on the console. So I will just hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I forget one thing. I need to change the contract name because whenever you deploy a new contract, you need to give the contract a new name. So sorry about this. I wrong. So we already see some printing out, and this is a bytecode. The program just loaded, and by calling deploy smart contract, I already get the transaction hash of this transaction. So and we will see the result is success, and this basically it is a transaction hash. So after we deploy this smart contract, as just mentioned before, if we want to if you want to issue some credit, so we can call in this method to what is inside is we just issue. For example, I issue 100 limit amount 100 to myself. So I need to change this. So here we are seeing the output. The transaction hash is this one. So later on, you can query this transaction by using this transaction hash. And this is the transaction receipt. And we can see the core contract output is true. So this one corresponds to this value here, because this method will return a Boolean. So by calling this method, we get this output is true. So it's expected. Everything is fine. So moving on, we want to query after issue. We want to query my balance, right? So you can call in this method to query. So to query a contract, it's very similar to the issue. It's just like you change the message signature and your input. So let me change the, okay. Now we see the console. This is a query transaction hash, and we already get the output is 100. So just now I issue 100 to this account, and now I see there's a 100 to his account. And basically that is if you guys want to check more details about the transaction receipt, you can check about the block number and the how much gas is consumed of this transaction. And more importantly, as I mentioned before, each transaction it will issue an event. So let's say if you want to subscribe to event from our chain, you can subscribe to this event, and you will get notified when such transaction is triggered. It's happening, yeah. So when you basically all this information is on the transaction receipt. You will see that on logs, there's a list of logs. The first log is always indicating which kind of transaction you are sending, and the second log is the actual log you are emitting. For example, let's see, there is a call contract. Yeah, this is a query. There is no log, but sorry, let me show again. This one you will see a log. Yeah, so this is a issue transaction that is a receipt. You will see that basically there is a log, and it's here. Yeah, this value. And in the code, we mentioned we will issue this value. And this is a value in hex. So if you convert it to integer, it is 100. 64 is 100. Yeah. This is hex value. So everything is fine. And so basically that's all about, that is a very standard way how you interact with smart contract. So next, maybe our users want to query some chain stats of the blockchain. For example, I make this demo. For example, you want to query the last block. What is the most recent block? And you want to query the block header of block 100, and you want to query block number of block 100, block body. And maybe you want to query after you calling make a transaction, you will get a transaction hash. If you want to get more details of this transaction, you can by calling this method to get the transaction, and similarly you can get a transaction receipt. So let's just run all 5 methods together. Okay. So regarding how to write this code, all the menus is given from our website. Yeah. Okay, so we already see the result. This one is the first query. We want to know the last block, and we already it returns that it is this block number, and the block hash is this one. And for the block head of block 100, it is the result is here, and it will show the block hash, the log bloom, and basically the parent block hash, and parent hash, and the state root, and the receipt root. The marquetry root, basically the marquetry root we can get from the block header. And for block body, you will get a list of transactions which is included in the block. So for more details, you will see how, the version and receipt root and block hash. So I will not go through all the details. And for this, you want to query the transaction, you can see the result here. Let's see. Yeah, sorry guys, I think I need to decode this information, but you guys can the plain information can be shown after decoding. For the receipt, after we query the receipt, you can get the information included in the receipt. So for each transaction, after the transaction is included in the blockchain, it will give you a receipt. Receipt means this transaction is consensus on blockchain. So in the receipt, you will also see the logs and the log data and the output of the transaction. Yeah, so basically that is all I want to demonstrate today. This is all very basic our SDK capabilities. There are many more if you want to explore. Yeah.
So thank you very much, okay, for demonstrating to us how a smart contract is compiled, okay, and deployed, okay, on AntChain in just the last 15 to 20 minutes, right? I got a couple of things, okay, which is very interesting. The first thing, okay, that is different from that is that AntChain, okay, deploying and compiling and deploying a smart contract, okay, on AntChain is different in the sense that it allows for better key management. It allows for more privacy controls. And the next question that I'd like to ask, right, okay, is did I miss out anything, okay, particularly important, okay, from the demonstration, Ida or Kenny?
Sure. I also see a question from the audience. So asking me the public key and private key, whether it's in the form of hardware or software. So actually, I wanted to take this question.
Yes.
Very much because this is our this is kind of one of our unique advantages of AntChain technology, meaning that we offer both. So to answer your questions, the quick answer is we offer both. So we have like the traditional or like easy piece of like software kind of public key, private key, privacy protection mechanisms, and we also offer you a hardware type of like key privacy protection mechanisms, meaning that we actually incorporated the SGX, the Intel's trusted execution environment. Is basically a hardware where you can protect your keys inside this hardware, and the private keys that can decrypt the data is only reside in this hardware. So without this hardware, there's no way for you to decrypt your data to see the plaintext data. So that is a hardware private key mechanism that we offer on our AntChain platform as well. But currently, it's not available on our OpenChain platform, our AntChain Open platform now. But it's already available in our China platform, and we have the plans to also roll out these important features to the international version later on.
All right. Okay, so we only have like 5 minutes left, okay, before we have to end the session. I need to quickly ask Kenny two very important questions. The first question is, what's next, okay? What is the immediate, okay, focus for AntChain in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, in the next 3 to 6 months itself, they will see that it's still products rolling out. To me, 3 months, in the next 3 months itself, you will see is that we will have more partners coming up. If you are interested in on the AntChain open platforms, can go to our partners or even come to us directly as well. That's not an issue. We would also recruit more students, developers, enterprise to try on the to do on the test on the AntChain platform itself, right? To develop on the AntChain platform itself. And for the long run itself, for the next 6 months itself, we are actually also planning to roll out more solutions into the market itself, right? So like just now what mentions by Ida is on the TEE hardware, right? So this is something that, we will make available soon, all right? I hope, cross fingers, early next year itself, all right? And when we say that, when we make availables on this, availables on the regions itself, it's not just in a single region, but then we are looking at, complying into the data regulations as well. For example, we may deploy it in Indonesia, we may deploy it in Malaysia, we may also deploy it in Singapore, each of the individual countries, so that, it meets the compliance of the data regulations. Yeah, and also we are looking at, bring more solutions that are relevant to the market, into the market itself, and together with the local partners to do their localizations. So it seems like a lot of things that to be done to pick up with the market demand itself. Yeah, so well, pretty much a lot. I think after a few months later when we met, then you will get some more new updates on what we are doing. Yeah, of course, now, if you can go to join the AntChain communities, and to keep on we'll keep you posted on the next actions or what are we going to roll out in the market itself.
Okay, so the last question, okay, is for you guys, all right? Because you have spent the last 1 hour, okay, on a Friday night, okay, to be with us today. The last question for you is, what can we do for you? What can the people listening in right now from Vietnam, from Philippines, from Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, what is one thing, okay, that you would like the people listening in right now to do immediately after this for you? What does AntChain need right now?
Now, why don't we start with Ida, then Liren, then I will just do the closing.
Sure. So if there's one thing that I really need you to do now, is just take out your phone, scan the QR code now, and really join us, our community here, because in this community, as Kenny shared, we will share the most up-to-date activities, and we will answer whatever technical or non-technical questions you have about AntChain and AntChain use cases. So please, we wanted to all of you to join our community here.
Okay.
Thank you.
So with that, okay, it brings the end, okay, to our AntChain, okay, session today, as well as Asia Public Blockchain Week. Thank you so much, okay, Kenny. Thank you so much, Liren. Thank you so much, Ida, for joining us, okay, on your Friday night. Here's the QR code again. We will paste this, okay, as a post on our community chat, okay, in the Facebook group. Okay, if you're not in it, it's www.facebook.com/group/Bitcoin Malaysia. You can actually get the more information there as well. All right. Again, thank you so much, okay, to our guest speakers today. I'd just like to say thank you all of you for tuning in. Okay, would you like to do this again? Okay, and learn more about different public blockchains? Okay, stay tuned. Okay, because we actually have quite a number of more exciting conversations to have. More exciting things to talk about DeFi, more exciting things to talk about exchanges, okay, and blockchain as well. So thank you and good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.